Okay.
I don't want my titty to fall out.
Oh no, that would be so horrible.
Not for free. Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 3. We're on 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yes. Episode 3 of the season 3.
I love that. This episode we're going to chat about... What are we chatting about?
Casual relationships.
True.
So we actually have like a quite structured plan for this episode. We've prepared questions for each other. On what is casual or not in a relationship, because I'm sure we all love casual relationships. We love non-committal men. We love spending 6 months with someone. And
you're currently witnessing Courtney having a mental breakdown.
I believe the term is crash out.
I believe Courtney has spent, besides that, couple of months in that weird ass relationship.
My last 6-month relationship.
That
weird ass for.
I mean, it was fine up until it just wasn't there anymore. Prior to that, Courtney was experiencing the situationships, and it was just casual relationship after casual relationship. However, one could argue that everything that was going on in said casual relationships is just something that happens in a normal fucking relationship.
Literally. And this will debunk it.
Were they afraid to just put the title on it?
I think so. I don't know what it is.
Or were they sleeping with other people?
5 years. Well, that too. But I mean, people get cheated on in relationships as well. So I don't know what the fucking difference is.
They morally didn't want to cheat on you when they had the label, but if you're just in that casual situationship, but you're still doing all the wifely duties. You gave him the subscription upgrade without him paying for it.
Yeah, without the pay.
So he went and put his fingers in other cookie jars too.
There was one particular one, and I would say more taco than cookie, because that was actually a term that was used the night that he said he was having tacos with his nan.
Yeah,
and in fact, he was having a different kind of taco, if you know what I'm saying.
It's so funny that he used his nan. He must have just been looking at something that was Nan and Pop's fucking sauce or something.
Maybe he was at it
and he was eating tacos,
and he was like,
and you're like, what are you up to, babe? And he's like, Nan and Pop's tacos. I'm eating Nan and Pop's tacos at Nan and Pop's.
But the annoying thing about this situationships is because technically I've only been in 3 relationships. I've only had 3 boyfriends.
Like the title boyfriend.
But if we count the situationships, I've been in 7 relationships. So therefore, I should be more of a veteran when it comes to this. Because I've got this podcast, right? If you were to ask me, how many boyfriends have you had? 3. But no, because there's been many men. There's been many, many men. Because I'm not a one-night stand girl. No. Every single man is months.
I would have done in your shoes is what I had done to all of them, which is why, compared to your 3 boyfriends, I've had 300, is that I give them an ultimatum after 2 weeks. I'm like, so are we doing this or not? Because I have 500 other people waiting for me.
Well, my thing is...
And they're like, fine. And then I get cheated on.
Well, yes, I don't do that. Yeah. I'm never the one to drive the bus. I'm not going when are you getting me this? When are you buying me
I drive the bus. I make the stops.
But I want them to drive the bus. I'm just here for the ride. I want to be the cool girl. I'm like, no, yeah, we can be
cool
casual.
Girls get cheated on.
Yes.
I learned that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we start asking our questions?
Right. So we have 10 questions each. They are just yes or no questions. Mine are yours?
Yes, so. But
just basically
we can go in. Yeah.
Would you like to go first?
Sure.
If my titty pops out, I'm sorry in advance, but also not. Casual or not casual? Go.
Meeting parents.
Yeah. No. Not casual.
Okay.
That's so serious. Meeting parents? Oh my gosh.
And what if they live with them?
Okay, how old are you?
Different. Exactly. Mid-20s.
It would kind of depend, right? Because I've had casual relationships where I have been able to sneak into their house at night and not meet the parents.
Well, you're sneaking in, that's casual. You're rocking up at 10 a.m. for a coffee date.
Being on first name bases with the parents and having the parents invite you to things, and that's not casual. If your parents know that you're sleeping with this person, they are assuming you're about to have a relationship. And you also crossed something off my list too, because I had meeting their family. And I also had / kids, because at that age.
You're old.
Okay, fuck you.
No,
you're also at that age.
I'm also talking to men who are like 37 now. So
true. So like, is meeting their kid, like rocking up,
definitely, because then the kid sees you as their new mummy. At least the parents don't see me as the new.
Do not stop fucking introducing your kids to your one night stands. Yeah. To the random dude that comes over.
Your and poor kids.
All right, I got one for you. Mm-hmm. Are we going in order, or are we just going to randomly?
If you feel one calling to you.
Meeting their friend group.
I feel like that could be casual. Because, like, if you're going... I know I'm a terrible person to answer any of these questions. But, like, you're out, and you're like, I'm out. Are you out? And it's kind of like, let's meet up, and then, like, I'll go home with you. They're with their friends. It's very hard to, like... I feel like it's more casual if you're hanging out with friends and then fucking, right? Than, like... one-on-one, let's go out and have a drink, right?
I don't know. Here's because
then the friends will ask
casual, yes. For my casual, if they're out and I'm out, it's a like when you're done, let's meet up kind of thing. Go back to my place, go back to their place, whatever. But the friends know about them, like know their existence, have seen photos or whatever. But meeting them, like he does not get the privilege of meeting my girls
until you're dating,
unless I know they're not going to shit on him. So that means we're going to be about to date.
Yeah,
because he has to be rock solid before he comes in. Because I know they're going to critique him
alive.
Yeah, exactly. So I need them to see how madly in love I am, and for that, we're obviously going to be in a relationship, because they won't shit on that. But for a casual relationship, a lot of people nitpick a dude.
Yeah.
Because it's casual.
Yeah, and they'll like have a name. They know about the whole thing about having a name for him? It's like, it's never their name. It's always like skid mark guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Potato skin
guy.
Bald guy.
Yeah, there's always something guy. Especially right at the start when you're and I say this loosely because we don't really speak to multiple people, but like, you know, when you're on like at the start of your dating phase and you're on Tinder.
It's like, which one?
And like you're going through, like you're talking to a few people, but you haven't really given anyone your contact yet. There's no contact details involved or anything. It's just like everything's just exactly on Tinder.
Yeah.
And you're trying to find someone that's not fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And like when you tell those stories to all your friends and like you finally merge over to texting and like you're trying to explain who that guy is from your friends because they have a list of stories from all your Tinder and you're like, you know, this guy, you know, cucumber guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, cucumber guy. That's the dude. It's exactly the same as family. These are your close-knit. I consider my close-knit friends, like you, Tamara, and all that, on the same level as Sarah.
Well, you see each other all the
time.
Exactly. So it's like they know everything about you, what's going on.
For someone to meet you, I would consider that serious over casual.
Well, I have no boundaries. That's what I'm discovering.
This is why I mean, like, you've been in relationships that have been...
that I did not know were relationships.
That they just refused to put a label on. Like, because had they offered...
Keyword refuse.
You would have. All right, next question.
Next one. It's my turn. One-on-one, seeing them on your birthday or their birthday.
One-on-one, that's casual because, like, birthday sex is a thing.
True.
And if you're not openly sleeping with other people or if you just don't have anyone else to sleep with.
Birthday dinner on your birthday?
Too much.
Okay.
But you're crossing a romantic line here.
Yeah.
So casual and romance shouldn't be the same thing. Once you cross a romantic side of being in the casual side, you're going to start to fall in love. It's no longer casual. Unless that's the point. Unless you want the casualness to turn into...
Well, there's a difference between, like, starting to see someone who you're intending to date and then going into something this is going to be casual. But then they become your person and you're like, well...
I have never experienced a situation where I've gone into something with them being my casual and then having them move on from that more than that. Because for me, when I really, really like someone, I know fucking straight away. And that person never is a casual thing. Like that person, like when it starts, it's intense from the start. But the casual people is because like I'm bored and I'm lonely. I don't like to sleep around. But this person's also not my forever person. And I know that, which is why I've kept it casual.
Yeah, the problem for me is I'm kind of in the middle where I'm like, it's more so for my life. I think casual works better because then I'm busy and it's just like easier. But I'll really like the person. But I'm also like, it doesn't matter if they're not my forever person because I'm too young. but then I'll get all the feelings anyway and be really passionate.
Well, because that's what love is, right? Like, love is all those feelings, and like love doesn't also last forever. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been with someone, you haven't experienced love with them. Like, someone who's been together for like 40 years hasn't been deeply in love with that person for 40 years. No, they fall out of love regularly and then have to build up that love again. And it's just respect and appreciation for the years just and loving time. Them. Yeah. But like, so that hard, intense feeling of just being hardcore in love, that happens with every single person you ever meet, ever. Like, on a romantic level. Yeah. Like that fucking head over heels, like lust, I'm going to die for you feeling happens with literally all of them. Yeah. A lot of it is just our vagina speaking.
Facts.
Okay. My one?
Hit me.
All right.
Oh.
Buying them groceries. Not a dig.
Not casual. We were dating.
I know you guys were dating. Okay.
Oh my god.
I just put that in there because like he was acting like you guys weren't dating anymore, but you guys were you were buying him groceries. So like, come on. So like for me, it's like if you buy this dude food, you're serious. Come on. Yes, buying them groceries. You're serious.
Not casual.
Not casual.
Interstate holidays.
That was one of mine too.
No way. We're the same person.
I was just said going on a trip. So like, yeah, you know, like if it was, he was older.
Interstate is like a lot, but also going.
I was thinking overseas in case he was rich and handsome and dark and tall.
Obviously, it depends on the guy. Like, if
he could be a billionaire.
If he can afford it and he's like, I'm going on. But even then, you're spending one-on-one time together. You're doing your morning routine. You're staying all night together.
This is actually a real thing, a real casual thing that billionaires pay for. And it's very similar to the sugar daddy thing. Billionaires and sugar daddies, I guess you'd call, like old sugar lonely men who have a lot of money and still have to go to these ridiculous events, like to have a piece of arm candy. And you can actually be paid to go as, yeah, I know you're looking at this as a business opportunity. You're looking at my laptop. You can actually be paid to go as a piece of arm candy. And
for sure.
And these men, when they do this, they find these women and then they actually continue this type of relationship with the woman because, well, not only have they found a connection and it makes it less awkward to have a different woman each time, but also the people at the events are people that they see regularly. So it's easier for them to have the same person than it is to have a different
pretty woman.
Yeah, right. Than to have a different woman on your arm every time. You kind of look like a male gigolo. For them, it is 100% casual. And sex sometimes is off the cards. Like, this dude does not want you to have sex. Like, he doesn't have time. Like, he's going to catch a flight later and he's going to send you home. Yeah. But like, he needs you for this event. You need to be pretty. He'll buy you everything. Come to the event. And then afterwards he'll fly you home. But other times, you know, you are required to, you know, share the hotel room with him. Yeah. So it's one of those things, like, to them, that's 100% casual. But
if you were to offer venture, which I'm definitely going to be Googling after we finish editing.
I think there is a difference between doing that than it is for a man who has to work hard for his money and like hates spending it and like spending it on you means that like he gets something in return. That is not casual.
Or even just like a little trip to Byron Bay.
Even just a trip to Byron Bay where it's going to cost him money. I do believe a trip for me is bordering on, like, that trip is going to make you boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah. And if it doesn't, it's fucking weird that you took that trip. Yeah. Feeding their animals, like if they were to go on a holiday or if they were like just randomly like not home.
So and they were to send.
Maybe they have like just a key hidden somewhere. Maybe their animals are just in the backyard and like they have a big tin of dog food. Just
like jump the fence and feed my dog.
Like just so like it's an emergency. Like and like
could be casual.
Oh my god, can you just quickly stop by and feed the dogs?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Because one, how do you know enough information about where the dog food is? Like where the like do you even why do you have that kind of relationship with their animals that they trust you enough to be fed?
This whole episode is gonna be me going, yeah, that could be casual, and Maddy going, no,
No,
this.
My cats have to trust you, or they're not coming. Like, they don't give a fuck if you're holding their food. The dog will. The dog doesn't give a fuck about you. Mind you, you've come here every week for the last how long, and my cat still won't come and sit next to you.
Yeah, fair.
So if I was to send a text to a dude and be like, can you do that? It has to be more than just casual, because casual means he's just in and out.
Yeah.
And my cats don't fuck with in and out. My cats fuck with, are you chilling, bro? Like, are you coming? Can I nap on you? If my cat is purring and napping on you and likes your scent more than mine, that's not fucking casual. Yeah. And sorry. Whereas if my cat is pissing on your shoes because you're around other women, that's casual.
That's casual. Filming you on their security camera footage and then sending it to you.
You're a bitch.
Payback.
No, I feel like that can be casual. Because
what the fuck? No, okay. That's the creepiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, but they don't know the context of what was being filmed, because in my head, like, what if it was just...
Can we tell them it was you cuddling on the couch and he recorded the footage and was like, look how cute we are, and put a song on it?
Okay, but if it was like just something like...
I'm sorry, no.
There was other things, though, where like I'm walking out the front door and I'm like doing this to the camera out the front and then walking away.
But why is he going back and watching footage of your entire interaction just to find... Not casual.
Fuck you. I didn't know you were going to throw digs at me. I never had it some at you, but I didn't think that you had any. Oh, this is a good one. Visiting them in hospital.
Oh, I guess not casual.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Because I have friends that have been in hospital and I haven't even had time to see, and I felt bad about that shit. So spending time to go out of your way to go and see your fuck buddy in hospital.
Okay, if he's dying, check.
Yeah.
You know him. Like, you're still friends if you're fucking.
Yeah.
Opposite end. He's had some kind of work injury or whatever, and he texted you to come visit because he's bored.
Well, no longer does casual. He want to fuck in the hospital bed?
No longer casual. Like,
weird.
I'd send back and be like, why? What could we do there? Like,
there's a toilet chair in the bathroom.
My dick still works.
Yeah. Don't worry, babe. It still works. I know what you're
just
thinking.
Just because my leg's broken doesn't mean my dick won't get up.
Yeah, cool. Climb on top, baby.
It's so funny because this is shit that they do still say.
I know! Staying more than 3 nights a week or 3 nights a week.
If you live far away from each other and you do just want the booty call.
Yeah.
But, like, you get there super late, you fuck, you're asleep within an hour of fucking, and then when you wake up, he's already left for work, or you got to get up and fuck off to work. There's no morning kisses.
That's different. Yeah.
It's, like, literally waking up, rolling off, and be like, I got to go see her. That's casual. As soon as you're waking up and there's a morning kiss.
Yeah.
And there's, like, what are you doing today kind of thing. Yeah. Like, there's a routine.
I'll walk you to your car. Yeah.
That is...
Relationship.
Okay. Buying them gifts. Birthday gifts, like just random, like I was walking through the shop and I thought this made me think of you gifts.
That's
relationship-y.
I think so, because like
I said, spending money. As soon as you have to spend money, you're crossing that line of
even though
this is no longer beneficial.
Even there's been guys that I've been casual with, but it takes like 2 nights of me coming over and I'm wearing their clothes and they're like, that looks better on you, keep that. And then it becomes like...
What about flowers?
Flowers are so relationship-y because boyfriends won't even buy you fucking flowers. So if someone...
My dudes buy me flowers.
Well, good
like every dude.
Good for you.
Sorry. I don't go for bad boys. I go for romantics.
No, I don't go for bad boys either. I go for confident men, usually, which means they like themselves more than me.
And it's funny because I think we want things.
I don't really care.
They think we want money and gifts, and that's how they.
You know how it makes me feel? It makes me feel bad that I didn't give them anything, because that's how I was raised. Was like, you bring a present to the party, and that's kind of like how it feels. It feels like you've gotten me something, and I'm stingy.
Yeah,
you know. But what I'm giving you is my vagina, so I guess we're even.
Yeah, even Steven.
Eating ass.
I was actually going to put that one. I feel like it should be a relationship thing, but knowing
it's not.
It's not. I feel like people do eat ass in one night stands because they just love it.
The first night with one of the guys, he did.
And
also,
so
he ate me out of my period.
Yeah.
And then he was like, it was like on the end. So
but then
he was like, can I eat your butt? And I was like, okay. It wasn't my first rodeo. I'd been there before. Like, I got a booty, so like the men
dudes love it.
They like to get in there.
It's
but
just
I was just like, you don't even know my middle name.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like when you want to touch those type of germs on somebody, you want to know like their social security number and like where their birthplace is. Like, I just don't see what it is about the asshole makes people want to lose all of their IQ.
I usually go after men with low IQ. It's like,
I'm not saying that asshole dudes have low IQ. I'm saying when they look at it.
You heard it here first.
I'm just not a butt person. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to be.
Even in a relationship, I'm not a butt person.
Yeah. Like, lots of women aren't. I've tried to avoid as much as possible for as long as possible, but like sometimes, you know, you gotta bite the bullet. Yeah, sound off in the comments if you've asked to touch Maddie's asshole and she's screamed at you.
Not asked, like tried to touch it. If you've tried to touch it, I've screamed. Why in the comments saying that? I'm worried. Get the fuck away from my butthole.
Calling when you're upset or to rant.
No.
Not casual.
No, he shouldn't know anything. Like, he should, but not in a serious manner.
It should be like after you fuck, you're having a cigarette and you're like, fuck, Becky at work was a bitch.
Yeah, like, he shouldn't even know. He shouldn't be able to put names to faces or anything like that. Like, he shouldn't be the person coming to your rescue. Like, you don't call him crying. Like, call your friends or get a real boyfriend.
Phone calls in general are very, like, intimate.
Yes, that's how you fall into it, I feel. He's your emergency contact.
Well, that's the same basket, isn't it? Definitely not casual. That's a relationship, that is.
What if it's just like something random, like you've gone on a really fucking random date and like they needed your emergency, like
why are you the emergency
because you're there filling out the details together.
If you're there, then you're spending money, right? And then that's
okay, it's a date.
Then it's not casual.
If it's date, it's not casual, right?
Yep. Look at me learning.
I feel like this is more for you than
weddings.
No, you can't take your casual.
You were doing like the billionaire thing. And I actually had someone say to me the other day while he was driving me back home in his Mustang. He was like, actually, yeah, I've got this wedding coming up and like, you know, I just want to be able to like bring someone along, have fun, buy them a dress, buy them the hotel room, and then blah, 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 blah. And I just want them to come along like as a friend. And he was saying this to me and I was not attracted to this man. Like he was a very nice guy, but like I was like, whatever, very good combo, but he was clearly like kind of pushing a narrative here. And I was like, interesting that you would rather invite a random girl to a wedding than just go with no one and go with your friends and like have a good time instead of like bringing this weird, like for me as a woman, I would never like meet a man and be like, hey, my friend's wedding's coming up. My friend who I've known for years, great friend, I'm going to ruin it by bringing this random fucking man with me. And like, what?
But, like, there's two sides to this because, like you said, the billionaire side.
Yeah.
A lot of billionaires just go to weddings because they're billionaires.
True.
So, like, and they just want a +1.
Yeah.
So, like, and celebrities are the same. Like, all celebrities get invited to each other's weddings and they just go, right? If they are close friends, family, if they know everyone really intimately at the wedding, they're going to ask questions about who you are. And you kind of answer those questions. Like, but the dudes with billionaire, like the billionaire dudes can make that very clear from the start.
Yes.
They can be like, this is what you're getting. This is what I'm getting. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Dudes with no money who have nothing to offer you, they can't do that. They'll be like, this is what I'm getting. This is what you're getting. Trauma. Giving them an enema. Do you know what an enema is?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I didn't know that you were going to know. Giving them an enema.
I know all about butt stuff. Giving them an enema is so intimate, and I feel like the only reason you give anyone an enema is because they have cancer, or they're dying, or they can't shit, or you're about to stick something in their asshole, and you need to clear it out. Because so asshole douching.
So let's look at it from that scenario, from a casual dating thing. You're gonna have
sex. Yeah.
You're about to peg him.
I'm not doing it.
No, you give him the enema, but then he goes in.
But I'm not giving.
Yeah, like he gets on his head and spreads his legs like a fucking
He does a handstand.
And you just like
spread eagle.
Into his butthole.
Actually, yeah.
And then
I would do it.
And then like, okay, go to the bathroom, do your business. I'll be out here when you're done. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Would you consider that to over the line of
I wouldn't call that relationship. I think that would actually
other.
make me not want to have a relationship with this man.
Okay.
Sounds like something I would actually, if I'm getting security footage from anything to watch back, it's this.
Everything we say take with a grain of salt, and nothing we say is ever life, love, or financial advice.
No, you should shape your entire lives based on what we say on this podcast. And then report back in the comment section.
And if you ever do find some form of wisdom, knowledge, or any tidbits that you find informative that come from this podcast, also report back and just make sure that that's correct.
Yeah. And we will contradict ourselves multiple times, because that's what this episode has been. It has literally been me saying I have been in casual relationships and then discovering that actually really nothing that I have experienced in the last 5 years has been casual.
No, she's been in relationships this whole time while the dudes have not given her a girlfriend title.
The guys have been in a casual relationship, and I've been in a committed, loyal marriage with these men. Are we going through an epidemic where people don't want to date, but they want all of the benefits of a relationship without being in a relationship?
No commitment.
Is it the kind of woman you are? The kind of man they are? Because for me, I'm the kind of woman who wants the man to ask me to be his girlfriend. I don't want to be giving him an ultimatum and sitting him down and going, what's this? I want him to want me enough to be like, hey, I want to date you. All right, well, thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Stop abusing us, Connie. God.
What have I done?
Just yelling at us. We're right here.
We'll see you next week. Let us know if you like this or if you have other ideas, and we might do them.
I thought you were going to say if you like us. And I was like,
yes. I don't care if you like us.
Them. I want to give a shout out to one of our OG fans. Kaylin Scott. I believe she comments on our YouTube, but she started recently following our Instas, and she commented on my socials, on my private socials. So obsessed with you guys.
Oh.
I believe she's a regular commenter.
I'm obsessed with you, Kaylin.
We love that. If no one else in the world is watching us, at least you are.
At least you are.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Be safe. Be good.
Or not, and tell us about it.
Oh, you should.